We're going to talk about YouTube swag, but from the perspective of a promotional products distributor who happens to be a creator. We are going to cover the event materials and the signage and the cool stuff that you would expect from YouTube. YouTube loves to have activations at their events. They want to encourage people to mingle and network. When I went to the event in Portland, Maine, which was intimate, it was intimate. There were, it wasn't LA. They still found a way to have an activation that didn't cost them any more money. And that was by taking the merch that they were giving us and encouraging us to go around the room and just as we mingled to sign each other's bag. We did Polaroid pictures, business cards. Basically, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get people to engage. I love the way that they did a display here, and these employees were probably so over it because like they really had to aggressively wave as people came in. But I love that they had these little signs. Those are the lanyard thingies. I just thought this looked cute. If you think of a promotional products distributor, you might not think of signage. Another example of things you might not think about. But where did they get that? You know, someone like me. Something that seems simple unless you are an event planner and you get it is lanyards. The YouTube events have these lanyards that the creators just write their name on with a marker because it can be a disaster to go through the RSVPs and like fumble through alphabetical order. I thought really kept the check-in easy. I do hate having to wear these lanyards. By the end of the night, I just want to like rip it off. But the thing is, if you use these for an event, people can't take them off. They're light, they're easy to throw in a big box. Honestly, they're pretty cost efficient. The event I went to in Boston had a little more swag, and one of the things was a water bottle that I want to call out because I see a lot of times where there might be really cool products that have such a cool story, but if you're not highlighting that in your packaging or with a note or something, you're losing a little bit of impact. There was the messaging about the recycled material. I just really like to see that. I'm trying to keep this brief. So wrapping up the event stuff is these are other types of swag that you would see at a YouTube event. Why are they not buying all their stuff from me? I mean, not my business, but they probably should. I met this guy who he probably doesn't remember me, but it was a fantastic interaction. And he had the varsity jacket on. And these are the creator things. These are like you earn them or you win them or it's an incentive, whatever. This is also swag that I do. The only reason this sticker is not on a water bottle is because I have an Awala on back order that I'm desperately waiting for. At one of the events, I shared my story about donating a kidney. I like to throw that into any conversation ever. If you need any help with your own swag, event materials, send me a LinkedIn message. That's the easiest way to get me. You could also email, that's in my bio. I love to brainstorm, I love to make new friends. So don't hesitate to reach out. I also just want to say LA. LA is different. They really stick to their themes out there.